Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to one of our many webinar series. Today's will be focused on the Dominica Citizenship by Investment Program. We have the privilege of having distinguished speakers, one of them in the Prime Minister and Minister of Finance for Dominica, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, as well as the head of the CIU for Dominica, His Excellency Ambassador Emmanuel Nanthan. Also, we have our partners from Skerrit Bay in Dominica, the Regional Business Director, Mr. Youssef Eldessouky, as well as the Chairman and CEO for Skerrit Bay, Mr. Gregor Nassief. Now we'll be looking at a brief introduction into Rift Trusts for you to have a brief insight into our company itself.
Hello, let me give you a glimpse of Rift Trust story. In just 8 years, we became the largest citizenship and residency by investment provider in the Middle East and Africa. Rift Trust was founded to provide solutions to high net worth clients so they can travel visa-free and expand their businesses globally. Our company has helped more than 1,000 individuals and their family obtain a better future. Like our name, our philosophy is based around trust. Our clients are like our family and they trust us to guide them every step of the way. Do you agree, David?
100% right. And speaking about trust, Rift Trust is a government-approved agent. We have built strong and long-term relationships with government representatives, with developers, with lawyers, and with partners all around the globe to ensure that we provide the best turnkey solution for residency and citizenship by investment. Our team speaks 15 different languages, and we have a growing global network of 20 offices in different countries. With this network, we provide a 24/7 service to our clients wherever they are in the world. We listen to your needs, we understand your situation, and we will give you a solution that is tailor-made to your case. Isn't that right, Eric?
Of course, David. And I'm proud to say that we don't just offer these programs, we help create them. In fact, our specialized government advisory team has been responsible for the design and implementation of some of the most successful programs in the marketplace, including Anguilla, Antigua, Grenada, Malta, Canada, and the United Kingdom. Our ultimate goal is that if you do decide to make this life-changing decision, that you will think of us.
And be ready to say
Hello to freedom.
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that video giving you a brief insight into who we are, Rift Trust and Latitude World. We are a company with a global presence headquartered in Dubai, UAE, where I am presently, well established and growing with 13 offices worldwide, including Lebanon, UK, and coming soon to Lagos and Abuja, Nigeria. We've been focused since 2013 in the citizenship and residency industry, privileged to assist over 1,000 high net worth individuals and their families in obtaining a second citizenship and an EU residency for themselves and their family. Apart from that, we've also been privileged to help governments themselves design new programs and help them tailor these programs for new citizens and residents. We are one of the few government-approved international marketing agents for these programs itself, and recently were appointed by the Investment Migration Council as a representative office in the Caribbean. Now, we're going to go into one of the many reasons why our clients look into an alternate citizenship or an alternate residency for themselves and their families. As a Nigerian myself, mobility is very important to me, and I'm very certain that mobility is important to our clients who have businesses around the world who are looking to open up business opportunities for themselves and their families, clients who are looking to open up opportunities for their children to go to better schools around the world, clients who are looking to retire, clients who are looking to have a better quality of life. Those are the main priorities for African clients, as a Nigerian myself, like I said earlier. So now knowing the reasons, what we offer three main things. Citizenship by investment, which Dominica falls under, as well as residency by investment in Europe. And for our clients who are looking for, tax residencies in places like Cayman Islands, we also offer them opportunities in those areas. Talking about Dominica itself, Dominica is an island in the Caribbean where our clients have the opportunity to get a Dominican passport that offers them visa-free travel to 140 countries, including the EU, Schengen, the UK, Singapore, and Hong Kong. We'll be speaking to our distinguished guests on other new updates as far as the passport is concerned and the mobility of the Dominican passport is concerned. To when you do getting a Dominican passport, you can add your spouse, you can add your children under 18 years old, you can add adults, dependent children, as long as they're financially dependent on you as the main applicant. You can also add your parents, your grandparents. New updates is that you can add your siblings over 18 who are single and childless. And one of the main questions our clients always ask us is, if I do get married, would I be able to add my new spouse or my new child? Yes, in Dominica, yes, you can add a new spouse as well as your child. As far as taxes are concerned, there's no personal income tax, there's no gift taxes, there's no inheritance tax, and there's no personal net worth tax. And to get a Dominica passport, you do not need to travel to Dominica. We can run a Dominica passport for you and your family from here in our office and send it down to you wherever you are. Now, as far as possibility of getting a Dominican passports, you have one or two ways to get a Dominican passport, either by making a donation to the Economic Diversification Fund in Dominica. It's 100,000 for a single applicant, 175,000 for a family of four. That's also excluding other fees. Or you can make a real estate investment starting from 200,000 US dollars, so with the option to sell after 5 years in the future to recoup your funds. The average Dominica application process takes 4 months from submission of your file to approval. Starting, we would start with initial due diligence checks, that is Rift Trust and Latitude. We run a due diligence check on you, on your passports, to see if there's any problems with your passport itself, as well as your persons, any controversy concern. We also have to have signed agreements with you, and you need to submit documents, complete the government funds. And if you're purchasing real estate, you need to sign a developer agreement, of course, with the developer. After that, the government submit, and then the government reviews and processes the application, and they do run another due diligence on you as a client. That takes about 2 to 3 months. And after that, the government then approves. After the approval stage, you then need to make the necessary contributions, whether investment or whether donation itself. Post donation or investment, then your passports are then issued. So you're looking at an average of 4 months in total to get a Dominica passport. Now we're going to move on to a conversation with our partners in Skerrit Bay, Dominica. The chairman and CEO of Skerrit Bay, Mr. Gregor Nassief, as well as the regional business development director for Skerrit Bay itself, Mr. Youssef Eldessouky. Just to give you a brief insight into Skerrit Bay, the project itself.
It's a pleasure to be with you guys today. I'm Youssef Eldessouky, Business Development Director of Skerrit Bay, and today I'm going to share with you the insights and the information about our development in Dominica. And definitely, if you have any questions, please ask in the chat and we'll try to answer as much as we can. And after this, I'll hand over to my CEO, Gregor Nassief, who will be in a live tour from Dominica. So I hope you enjoyed the video. So this is a real picture from Skerrit Bay. As you can see, I'm just going to give you a quick background on the project. Skerrit Bay is an operating resort since 2011 with a lot of awards in the last 8 years. As you can see in the picture, the 6 villas on the right side are the operating existing villas. And also we have 2 exclusive beaches, the middle one, which is called the Skerrit Bay, and also the one on the right side. Now I'm going to take you through a presentation, or let's say points why investors should choose Skerrit Bay. The first reason is, as we just mentioned, that Skerrit Bay is an existing operation and ready product. Since 2011, Skerrit Bay is operating, and which is 8 years of operation, which means we have proven track record, and it's operating asset with rental demand and rental returns. To support this with some figures, Skerrit Bay have an occupancy rates of an average 70% per annum, and our daily rates grew 80% over the last 8 years. So when we started, Skerrit Bay was $500 per night, and today we're talking about $900 per night on average. And in high seasons, which is Christmas, January, February, which is the winter season, it go up to $1,200 and $1,300 per night. This means that citizenship investors can look forward to immediate returns and immediate income from day one from their investment. Second reason is the competitive exit strategy that Skerrit Bay offers. Skerrit Bay have an established demand from non-citizenship investors who are looking to buy full villas in Skerrit Bay for home vacation purposes, and these people mostly stay in the US and Canada, which means a citizenship investor can sell his interest only after 3 years, or he can sell his interest after 5 years to a citizenship investor, which provide a wider market for resale. Skerrit Bay currently work with over 50 agents globally in the Middle East and Africa, Hong Kong, China, Vietnam, and also in Europe. And this is definitely we will support in selling the share if any investor want to exit. Our full villas priced at $1.5 million up to $4 million. And our lifestyle sales were launched in December 2019. Third reason is the experience of GEMS Group. Skerrit Bay is part of GEMS Holdings Limited. GEMS owns and manages hotels in Dominica for over 30 years. Like the Dominica leading hotel, which is called Fort Young, is under GEMS umbrella. Also, there is Skerrit Bay, and there is another hotel called T-Bay Villas. So GEMS is committed to Dominica, and we have the experience and the agility to overcome any challenges and to ensure the future success of Skerrit Bay. Last reason is the perks. So as we just mentioned, each investor definitely will get the benefits of the passport, which is global mobility and freedom of traveling, and also will get immediate returns or annual returns every year on his investment with Skerrit Bay. But also he will get an access for 1 week per annum to stay in Skerrit Bay, rotating between high season and low season. If the investor wish not to go to Skerrit Bay, however, we want our investors to come and stay and visit Skerrit Bay. But for any reason, if the investor wish to exchange his week in Skerrit Bay, we are in partnership with a global exchange program called Third Home. Third Home have 11,000 villas in 90 countries, and any investor in Skerrit Bay can exchange his week in Skerrit Bay with 1 week in any country he wished to go to. Like, for example, if you want to go to Italy or Spain or Greece or the US, he can exchange his week in Skerrit Bay with a private villa and managed service villa in one of these countries. Or if the investor wish not to go to Skerrit Bay and don't want to use his week as well in the global exchange program, he can definitely give us his week and we'll put it in the rental pool, and that means more financial returns to the investor. Last thing, which is social distancing. It's a word that's very popular now in the current situation. Skerrit Bay was designed for social distancing before it became a popular word. Because of each villa has its own land or own plot, and it has its own swimming pool and dedicated stuff. So you can dine in the villa, you can have your spa in the villa and the gym, personal trainer. So all wellness activities can be inside the villa. That means that the common areas will be limited. You will not use it that much, and which is protect our investors as well. Skerrit Bay also launched recently Stay Well program, which means sanitization and being careful and around the resort as well. So Skerrit Bay, as we mentioned, got a lot of awards in the last years, and recently we got the first and the best resort in the Caribbean and Barbados, and number 6 globally. That's by Travel and Leisure Magazine Awards in 2020. Other awards were from CNN, Rob Report, Bazaar, Caribbean Journal, and many more. Skerrit Bay, in the last year, in 2019, there were 114 articles written about it, and that an estimated views of 5 million readers read these articles. This is a master plan of the whole project. Peninsula, which is phase 1, this is the completed phase, and where this is where the shares were selling now. Hillside is phase 2, and we are handing over 4 new villas in phase 2 in November 1st, and then we will complete the rest of the phase by the next year as well. And then we have phase 3, which is Clifftop and Waterfront, that has around 17 villas, and last phase, Cliffside, it has only 3 villas. Please let us know if you have any questions. We'll try to answer as much as we can. Now I'm handing over the mic to my CEO, Gregor Nassief, our Skerrit Bay CEO, and he will take us in a live tour in the resort. Over to you, Gregor.
Okay, thank you very much, Youssef, for that introduction. It is now my pleasure to introduce everyone to Skerrit Bay. Come with me. One of our wonderful beaches is here, Secret Beach. It is accessible by sea only, and the guests they take a kayak across and they enjoy the seclusion and the privacy. And in fact, Secret Bay is very much focused on the privacy of our guests and the service and so forth. So I wanted to bring you into our Zabuco villa, of which we have several of them, and I'm gonna walk you in. Come with me. It's okay, Francis. Yeah, and I'd like to remind everyone that we actually have some guests who are coming to Secret Bay very soon, so we are now preparing the villas for them. So standard with all the villas at Secret Bay is we have private pools. So really our villas are homes, fully equipped homes. Great, and of course the villas are built and functioning, and we have guests, and we've been successfully running Secret Bay now for many years. I'm going to take you upstairs. Okay, so come with me. You see we have really spectacular views, and all of our villas are actually have amazing views of the sea and also the rainforest. I'm going to take you inside. Okay, great. Here we have our kitchens, and again, our guests have the feel and the function of a home. They can enjoy their meals in the villa or in the restaurant as well. And here we have some of the beautiful views. So this is our T-Bay beach, and Secret Bay actually has access to 3 beaches. I'm gonna now take you into the bedroom. Come through. So here we have the bed. You have a tub as well. Great. The shower, bathroom. Okay. Great. Let's go. Great, so here again we have the private pool. We have a beautiful view of the beach and the forest. And of course, our guests have all the privacy and seclusion that they want. And here is a really spectacular view, once again, of the beach and of the mountains and the rainforest. So again, persons who choose to invest in a Secret Bay are investing in a project that is already built. We continue to expand, but you're investing in something that is successfully functioning. Let me show you inside our beautiful Tife Villa, which is an upstairs, downstairs villa, and likewise with all of the villas we have our own kitchens, so guests can eat in the villa if they wish to. Okay, so I'm going to take you to see the restaurant at this stage, and I hope that gives you a good feel for the beauty of Secret Bay and the safety of an investment in Secret Bay. Let's go. We currently have 6 villas at Secret Bay, and those investors who participate now are actually investing in those 6 villas, and we have a very significant expansion planned, and we have 4 new villas which will start operating in the next 90 days, and next year we will grow from 10 villas this year to 16 villas next year. So one of the key focuses that we have is that whenever an investor chooses to invest in Secret Bay, we have already built what they are investing in, and it's not a case where you invest and then you wait for 4 or 5 years for the project to be completed. This is a significant advantage we have at Secret Bay. We're coming into our restaurant here, which is also being cleaned right now, waiting for guests, so come through with me. So thank you everyone for sharing this time with me and for giving me the opportunity to introduce you to Secret Bay. It has really been a pleasure. And at this time, I will pass you over to my good friend, Ambassador Emmanuel Nanthan, to answer your questions about Dominica Citizenship by Investment Program. Thank you.
Mr. Mimoun Asrawi, who is going to be having a conversation with the Prime Minister and Minister of Finance of Dominica, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit.
Thank you so much. So now we have the pleasure and the honor of having with us the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica. Well, it's a great pleasure and honor every time to interact with you, Prime Minister. The last time was in Dubai when you came to visit us, and also the opening of the beautiful embassy of the Commonwealth of Dominica in Abu Dhabi, followed by a dinner here in Dubai. And it's always an immense pleasure to spend time with yourself and with the delegation of Dominica here in the UAE. And obviously, before that, we had the chance to also meet in the beautiful island of the Commonwealth of Dominica. So you don't need any introduction. I think you are among the youngest head of states and prime minister. You've been running this beautiful island of Dominica since 2004, if my memory is correct, or 2004. So you recently won the election, landslide victory in December. Congratulations again with that. And we've been following and being very supportive of the politic that you put in place in Dominica, the Commonwealth of Dominica. Congratulations for the number of COVID cases that has been very few and welcoming back again the tourists. I think I've done most of the introductions, but still we want to hear a little bit about yourself before asking you a couple of questions regarding the programs and have your insight. Thank you so much again, Prime Minister, to be with us, and looking forward to this interactive session with you.
Well, thank you, Emmanuel. It's a wonderful pleasure for me to be part of this event. I would have liked for it to have been in the physical presence of each other, and of course all your colleagues. But first, I want to say, you know, we in the government of Dominica, we have great appreciation for you personally, and also for Reef Trust and Latitude. You know, you have been an exceptional partner of Dominica. You know, and we value your partnership. We value the contribution which you, with Reef Trust and Latitude, have been making to our economy and our economic development. You know, creation of jobs and bringing foreign exchange into our country, which is always needed by every country in the world. More so a small island nation like ours. And so do not underestimate the contribution which you are making to the welfare and well-being of so many families and citizens in our country. And I am very, very grateful to yourself and to all your colleagues and Reef Trust and Latitude for this exceptional partnership. And so I wanted to register upfront my personal appreciation and that of the government and indeed the people of Dominica. And you know, words cannot express how grateful we are. And of course, beyond that, you have been providing us with advice and guidance on how to improve the program, how to ensure that the Dominica's program is always ahead of the game, so to speak. And we value this. And please let the advice keep coming, the recommendations keep coming. We do not have all the answers to the challenges, but certainly practitioners like yourself who are in the marketplace are already the people who have the profound knowledge and insights into this industry, and value this. Our country is doing well so far. Thank God for this. You know, we only had 18 cases, COVID cases, all of whom were successful in the recovery. Nobody died. And just to say to you that we had some patients, a couple of patients in the 80s. One gentleman was 85 years old. With all sorts of underlying health issues, from being asthmatic to hypertensive to diabetic, and he survived in our small nation, you know, which is a testimony to the extraordinary efforts which my government and our people place in the preparation to fight in COVID-19. And so we have some lessons that we can share with the rest of the world in terms of containment of COVID-19. As you indicated, the economy is opening up. We have opened to visitors on August 7th, so visitors can in fact come to the country. We have not placed a ban on any country coming, any citizen from any country coming in. You know, we believe that there are mechanisms and systems to mitigate against the risk, and we rely heavily on testing. In this fight of COVID-19, testing is critical, and the integrity of your testing system is critical. So even in our preparation for COVID-19, we ensured that we had the testing capacity in Dominica. And we were one of the few countries in the Caribbean who could do PCR testing in the early days, early months of COVID-19 in our country. And this was, we were able to maintain that and to build on this. And we are also able to give you the test result, the PCR test result, within an hour or within 2 hours or within 3 hours, where the case may be and so on. So we are moving on. The economy has been challenged like every other country in the world. But the good thing about Dominica is that while our economy might be small, but it is more diversified. You know, so we have agriculture, we have the services, we have some tourism, you know, so we can feed ourselves, and we can also feed the islands in the Caribbean as well. So
Definitely, PM Skerrit, because there's thank you so much for that first insight, and you already provided a lot of the element that, you know, in some of the questions. And first of all, coming back, obviously on behalf of Reef Trust and Latitude Group, we'd like to thank you and the government also for this recognitions. And we are very happy to work with you hand in hand, not only to guide our clients, but also to guide the program. So this is a great the great opportunity, you know, with that we've seen with the Commonwealth of Dominica and Dominica CIU is you are flexible and you are listening. So this is a great acknowledgement, and you've done some changes recently to change that. But because this session is for Middle Eastern client and African clients. So in a nutshell, if you can first, you know, like say words for our Middle Eastern clients that are from here. So from here, Dubai, we cover the Middle East and Africa, and we have a lot of clients from this part of the world, be Syria, Lebanon, Yemen, Iraq. And so if you can say a word about address to this clientele, how is like the Commonwealth of Dominica towards this part of the world? And the second question also related to more the Nigerian and the African clients. So if you can, first of all, you know, reply on, I mean, let us know about the Middle East, and then I will ask you also for the Africa. But sure. Let's start with the Middle East first.
In respect to the Middle East, we know that there are many issues relating to different family structures in the Middle East. There are people who unfortunately are stateless people, and we have been able to cater for this type of structures and different type of structures. You know, and you saw recently we made some changes in regards to dependents, because we recognize that the Middle East has a peculiar and particular circumstance where large families are concerned, and because the Middle East people the families are very closely linked, and there's a tightness of the families, and we want to ensure we can keep families together as far as possible. Keep families together. In respect to the stateless people, you know, from me personally, from an ideological position, we have to help these people, and this is why I am very much involved in the CBI industry, because I understand what a small nation like my country is doing to so many families. Who, because of their circumstance, have been born into this world without having a nationality. And a nationality is an important identity. And not having that identity is of concern should be of concern to all of us, including the United Nations. And so we see ourselves as playing a very important role in the reunification of families, in providing a nationality to many stateless people, and ensuring that we can keep families together. And in our region, Dominica is a very peaceful country. And once you're a citizen of our country, we accord that respect to you, that appreciation to you, like we do with, like myself, who was born in my country. And we do not discriminate, we do not differentiate. You become a citizen, you are indeed a citizen. And this is why, in our case in Dominica, if you become a citizen of our country and you were to have a child tomorrow, that child will automatically become a Dominican citizen. And like myself, if my children were born out of Dominica, they will also automatically become Dominican citizens. And so there's no differentiation. You can come to our country and own property, like I do, and it is protected by the Constitution. The state cannot expropriate your property or nationalize your companies. If it does, it has to compensate you with fair market value. So in terms of the Middle East, we understand the cultural nuances there. We understand the family structure there. We understand the issue of being stateless, and we have been able to devise and programs and offerings to address those peculiar challenges confronting the Middle East. And you saw in recent weeks the amendments to the regulations where dependents are concerned, because yes, we recognize that as time goes by, we will need to make certain changes to cater for this particular group of people.
Yeah, and staying on the Middle East, and obviously, I think one of the great achievement that you have was opening the embassy in Abu Dhabi here to serve the people from this part of the world. So it's been, I think I just wanted to.
Yeah, first of all, I mean, we established the embassy there because one, we value the relationship that we have been able to develop with the UAE. The UAE has become a very, very strong partner for Dominica. We have cooperation in a number of areas, especially on the energy front. They've been very helpful on renewable energy, on education. And so they've been very helpful to us. And so we wanted to ensure that we send a signal to them that we are serious about this relationship between Dominica and the United Arab Emirates. And secondly, we wanted to also say to our citizens in the UAE and the Middle East that we're not only interested in your financial investments. You know, we want to ensure that we are able to look out for you, reach out to you, and to provide you with services. So you saw recently, unfortunately, with the explosion in Beirut, we reached out not only to the government of Lebanon, but we reached out to our citizens and to say to them, if you need help, please contact our embassy or please contact our consulate in Athens, Greece, because we see them the same way we see those of us who were born into our country.
Okay, thank you so much regarding the Middle East. Last point that is also valid for our, so now, last point, sorry, for the Middle East, it was regarding the mobility is a key factor and having access to more and more countries. How do you, I mean, obviously Russia, there has been a new, I would say, treaty with Russia. We're working on China. Is there any new countries that you are working on?
Yeah, China is settled. COVID-19 has put a halt on it in terms of the final signature to the agreement. So all of the negotiations have been completed. We've agreed on the terms of the agreement. So everything is fine. It's fine. There are a number of countries that in Africa and elsewhere that we are finalizing. And I believe in the next months, we'll be able to announce an increased number of countries where you can have visa-free access to. So the numbers are increasing. Our passport is well respected and well regarded. As a matter of fact, towards the end of this year, we'll also be introducing the biometric passports to help improve on the security of our passports and to also increase the integrity of our passports.
No, definitely that's a good one. So now, just for our African brothers and friends, and also into Nigeria, what was the trend recently that you've seen from Africa, and anything that
we've seen a positive, interest. Well, I would say an increased positive interest coming from Africa, and in particular Nigeria, and their shared cultural circumstances between ourselves and Africa, as you know. We understand the African continent very well, as students of history. And we believe that in Dominica's case, we are offering our Nigerian brothers and sisters, I would say, a golden opportunity to be able to increase their mobility, to increase opportunities to expand opportunities for their children and families. Because we know education is a major interest for all of us who have children, you know, and we want to ensure that we can provide our children with the best opportunities. But the document which you hold, which is a passport, because some countries you may have low ratings insofar as your passports are concerned and your inability to get student visas and to get access into universities, holding a Dominican passport, becoming a Dominican citizen, allows that individual a greater opportunity, one, to be able to get a visa, and to countries where you require visas, and countries where you do not require visas, it will be certainly easier to get into a school, and secondly, to get into the country, utilizing your new citizenship and your new passport. So we've seen that increase in demand coming from Africa, and in particular Nigeria.
Yeah, definitely. Any plan to have like we had the embassy here in the UAE into Africa or in certain in certain places?
Yeah.
Because you have the OECS in Rabat, Morocco, that is covering part of North Africa and West Africa. Any other plan for the African region?
Yeah, we're looking to share an embassy with the Caribbean community, CARICOM, in Nairobi. So we are finalizing the administrative arrangements to establish that embassy there, and also in South Africa to establish a presence there. So we've decided from a Caribbean community standpoint to have a shared embassy. But we also, from a Dominica standpoint, are looking to establish consulates to provide consular services to our new citizens in this part of the world. So we're looking to establish a consulate in Nigeria, and we'll also look to establish a consulate in South Africa, in Nairobi as well.
Nigeria. Okay. No, that's very impressive. I mean, in terms of you will have like all of the north, the south, the east, and the west. That's amazing. Thank you. A last question, and then I will let you go to your cabinet. So you are busy. But as a company, we are one of the strongest one in terms of aftercare services. We just don't want like economic citizen. We very much push our client to create a nexus with the countries, and we help them in different things that they need. It can be driving license. It can be like a national ID, or some of them are. A lot of them are requesting, let's say, incorporating a company in their countries, like in this case in Dominica, opening bank account. We've seen some difficulties of opening bank account, I mean, into Dominica. So what's going to be the response of Dominica? And I'm sure this is something that, our clients want an international bank where we can do online banking, where we can have a bank account. And we've seen that has been missing. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention, and I'm sure you know about it, but it's a requirement that we have, and they need to have some work and improvement done on this subject.
Yeah, it's as you may know, it's a global challenge where banking is concerned. And our region and Dominica have not been excluded from this challenge. A lot of these requirements are imposed on the banks, by the international forces. What we intend to do, and it's something I want to do this year, but because of COVID, we may have to push it to 2021. I intend to bring a couple board members from the bank and management from the bank here to Dubai to engage with our citizens there. So that they better understand and appreciate what our citizens are involved in and engaged in insofar as their businesses are concerned, insofar as the reputation of their investments in the UAE and other places are concerned, so that there can be a greater appreciation of who these people are and what they're about, and so that we can improve on the opportunities to know your clients. But not only to know your clients on a piece of paper, but to know your clients in terms of what he's actually doing and be able to visit him and to engage him in discussion. So it's something I'm hoping that once things settle down, I can get the National Bank of Dominica, to come up to the UAE and to have an event. Down the road, we also will be allowing the embassy and the consulate there to issue driver's licenses and social security cards. You will be able to register a company in Dominica, but you could do so in Dubai at our consulate and embassy. So these are things that we're putting in place. Obviously, we just opened the embassy, and we're building things as we go along. But all of these things are on the cards to be put in place to further facilitate our citizens who are resident in this part of the world.
No, that's definitely, that's a great news. And this is what you're mentioning is about adding value. And, we understand that with our client, we have what we call the Reef Club. That is not only we have our client that are close to us, and they trust us, they trusted us, and they're trusting us, for their citizenship needs. So they're asking us, once the trust is there, they're asking us for the other part that are important, that including driving license or incorporating a company in their new countries, opening, creating more ties with the countries. So this is what we're facilitating, and we've been in contact here with your Ambassador Charles here in the UAE, who has been very supportive, and I'm very glad to know now that it's possible in the embassy in Abu Dhabi, and that's the way forward. PM Skerrit, I don't want to retain too much, and because of the decision, probably they're waiting for you to,
no, that's okay.
to agree. So I would like to thank you for that. We have a Q&A now with Ambassador Nanthan and with Secret Bay. Obviously, you are most welcome to stay with us, but I think you have some important decision to take. So I would like to thank you, and I will let you the last word to conclude on this. Again, thank you very much for your fantastic insight about Dominica, but also about the industry, and for our part of the world here in the Middle East, but also in Africa, where we're seeing a lot of interest and growth for Dominica.
Well, thank you, Emmanuel, and thank you to Rift Trust and Latitude and Secret Bay. You will be in very capable hands with Ambassador Nanthan, where the direct questions we ask of him, of the operations of the unit, and among other things. Just to say to everyone that Dominica offers to you a very solid program, a very transparent program, one that adheres to the highest degree of good governance and practices, integrity. You become a citizen of Dominica, your investments can be assured. We respect and appreciate you as a citizen. You are provided with the same privileges as all of us as citizens are extended to. As you recognize, we are improving and increasing the services to you. So we're not only interested in your investments, which we welcome. We want to ensure that you remain connected to Dominica at every stage, and this is why we are sticking to. We have opened up, and we're opening up consulates and embassies in various parts of the world, recognizing that our citizens will require the services from time to time, and so we're sticking to bring the services to you where you are, and to facilitate you. I'll also say to you, we look forward to you coming to your country. Instead of going to Paris for vacation, or to New York, or to London, the best place to be is in your country to come up with Dominica. And you could stay at Secret Bay, or you could stay at many of the hotels that have been financed by the CBI, enjoy the waterfalls, the lakes, the hot springs, the greenery. And very importantly, our country is one of the safest countries in the world. And we look forward to you bringing your families here. And if you want to run away from COVID-19, the country to come to is Dominica.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, PM Skerrit.
Now we'll be moving on to a Q&A session. We have with myself, and we also have our partners in Dominica, Secret Bay, as well as we have the honor of having with us His Excellency Ambassador Emmanuel Nanthan, who's the head of the CIU for Dominica. Remember, you can ask questions in this session. Just put your questions in the questions tab, and we'll try our possible best to answer every questions. The questions we cannot answer due to time, we will address them personally, either via telephone call, or we'll email you back with answers to your questions. Thank you, Mr. Mimoun and Mr. Prime Minister. Now we're going to jump into a few questions from our audience. Our audience, funny enough, predominantly are from Nigeria. So thank you guys for joining in. We have the honor of having Ambassador Nanthan, who's the head of the CIU in Dominica. So thank you, Ambassador, for joining us today. We apologize for taking too much of your time today. But yeah, we have to answer questions from our potential new citizens. We also have Mr. Youssef, who's in charge of Skerrit Bay, also in Dominica, but he's here in Dubai with me. Thank you, Youssef, for joining us. You would also be answering questions from our Nigerian audience today. But first off, Ambassador, we have a question here who says, how has the COVID-19 situation impacted the way the regulations, cost structure, as well as submissions of applications from people around the world?
Let me say thank you very much for having me with you, because we listened to the Prime Minister earlier, and he gave a lot of details on our program. But with regards to your question, it's always very good being with you, Reef Trust, Latitude. We have worked well with Dominica over the years. We have known the guys there for a number of years, for many years actually, traveling around the globe, promoting the industry, the global industry, be it in Dubai or be it in Geneva or be it in China. We have been all over really, in India, all over the world really, working together as partners. And we have developed that great relationship with Reef Trust and Latitude. And for us, it's important. Now that we have the COVID situation, we're continuing that work. We're doing it from a distance. So, but it still feels good. It feels like we're at home again, meeting friends and who we have not seen for a little while. And really and truly, the COVID situation has allowed us to make some changes to our program. We always allow people to be able to apply online on a portal. So it means that you could stay anywhere in the world and apply. And if I was traveling in Dubai, or if I was traveling in Pakistan, or in Mumbai, or in Hong Kong, I could access my file from anywhere around the world, because we have this case management system where you apply online and all the documents are uploaded and we would work from there. So in terms of processing, for us, that's key to our program. One of the cornerstones of our program would include our processing. Due diligence is number one key. Our processing time and how we deal with our clients would be another factor that made us the best program in the world. And that's why we have been ranked by the Financial Times as one of the best programs, or as the best program in the world for the last 3 years. So COVID allowed us to continue to work, but we also took the time off during COVID to look into the mirror and see what we're doing and ask ourselves the question, what can we do for the continued improvement of the global industry? We do not believe in gossip. We do not believe in sending bad information on clients, on countries, on programs, on agents. No. We believe that this global industry belongs to all of us. And what we could do to improve the program would make it beneficial to the world. If we maintain our percentages and the industry continues to expand, then we will do better and we will do well as well. So during this COVID situation, we took some time off, look back, look inwards, and see what is it we could do. In Dominica, the family is a key section of who we are. The family unit for us is important, like you have out in Nigeria. And we felt if we could do things to improve on the family relationship and the family situation, we would be making an improvement in our program. So what we did, we made some adjustments to accommodate the families. We are now allowing applicants to apply for the parents and grandparents. And we have reduced the age. Before you could apply for your parents who were 55 and older. Now they could be younger, that's no problem. You could apply for your parents, you could apply for your grandparents. You could apply for your children, and before they had to be under 30 and at university. Now we say they have to be under 30, but substantially dependent on the main applicant. So if your son, your daughter is 27, 20, 29, depending on you significantly, then we would allow them to come in as well. But we also found that in many instances, you have successful family members who have done well. And they take care of their younger brothers and sisters, their siblings. So we felt if we could get the opportunity to move with the entire family unit, as a unit, we will be adding value to our program. So we now allow the main applicant to be able to apply for the siblings once they're under 25, unmarried, and without children. So you could add your brother or your sister. And those things for us are important. we made one other change as well with our program during the COVID situation, because it gives us the time to look into the mirror and see what's happening. We listen to our agents like Latitude, Reef Trust. We call them, we question them, we ask for suggestions, for recommendations, and we work towards making our program the best that it can possibly be. And we found that the price that we had for our spouse was a little, for want of a better term, not nicely skewed. In other words, you could apply for your dependents at 25,000, but for your spouse it was 75,000. So we said no, that was not fair to the spouse. So we reduced the spouse addition from $75,000 to $50,000. So you could now apply for your spouse for $50,000. It now means that for direct donation for a family of 4, instead of that being 200,000 is 175, because the spouse would be 50,000 and not 75,000. So these are the changes that we made. And all of those were done as a response to COVID, which gave us time to look within, to look inside and see what we could do to make the industry a better industry.
Very, very elaborate answer, Ambassador. Thank you very much. In fact, we've seen a huge jump in inquiries due to the price changes and also to the change in regulation for families into the Dominica program. So thank you very much for that question. Second question also comes from a Nigerian. We have, and I can attest to that as a Nigerian myself, we have a very, very limited visa-free access for as Nigerian passport holders. How does that compare in terms of reputation for the Dominican passport, as well as visa-free travel that potential new Dominican citizens would be gaining?
Well, in Dominica, we continue to have a very high reputation globally. And that's mainly because anyone who knows us know that our program depends on a solid due diligence process. For us, we do not jump or skip the process at all. It's very important. So we have a very solid due diligence process. And as a result, we continue to expand on the number of countries that we have visa-free access to. In 2017, for instance, we had access to 119 countries visa-free. That has increased to over 140 countries and is growing. So for Nigerians, as well as many Africans, and I worked on the African continent for a while, I used to be ambassador to Libya over a number of years. I've been to the African Union conference in many parts of Africa. Attended representing the Caribbean, being the seventh arm of Africa as Africans in the diaspora. So we have a good understanding of the African situation. And in Dominica, in our program, we allow Nigerians as well as other Africans to invest in Dominica. They have the means and the capacity and the ability to, and simply becoming citizens of Dominica and having access to travel the world visa-free or visa on arrival to 140 countries around the world. So a number of our African and Nigerian brothers and sisters can apply and can get that access to moving around the world. So for us, it's an opportunity that our brothers and sisters in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Kenya, in South Africa can take advantage of. That is applying for citizenship in Dominica and becoming citizens of Dominica and being able to move. And with the changes we made in terms of families, that we know that there are very large families out in Nigeria, as most of other African countries. So you could have your whole family and move with your family as Dominican citizens and move around the world. So that is an opportunity that is available. Of course, we're asking you to invest. You could invest in a well-known resort like we're doing, we're promoting today the Skerrit Bay. World-class resort, has done very well. I've won a number of awards internationally, and I've done so for a number of years. So you could invest in something that is yours. In the future, you could sell your investments in Skerrit Bay. I'm sure you would want to because of how strong and solid the investment is in Skerrit Bay and the value of the investment there. But you could sell that investment, and someone buying it from you would say themselves qualified to be citizens of Dominica once they go through our due diligence process. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're offering to our Nigerian brothers and sisters.
Which is a very good segue to Secret Bay. Our next question for you, Youssef. Thank you for joining us. Why would you say our Nigerian audience who are listening today should choose Secret Bay?
Well, first of all, thank you, Teka, for the opportunity and the webinar. It's a pleasure to be with you today and with Ambassador Nanthan. Also, it's a pleasure to work and be partners with Rift Trust and Latitude, who are our preferred partners in the Middle East and Africa. And we've met a lot, and hopefully we can have more business together soon as well in the coming days. What I advise our Nigerian clients, I know people now in the current world situation, they prefer to find a solid investment, as Ambassador Nanthan said. When we're talking about Secret Bay, it's a hotel operating since 2011. So 8 years of operation with proven track record and proven rental demands and rental returns that give credibility to the project and give confidence to the investor himself when he put his money in something that is real, it's existing, it's generating income from day one. It's a luxury hotel, or one of the most luxurious hotels in the Caribbean, and recently got #1 the best resort in the Caribbean and Barbados, and #6 globally by Travel and Leisure magazine. So they are putting their money in a solid investment and a valuable asset as well, which is something that people in this stage care about. They want to minimize the risk of their putting their funds here or there. So they would like to put their money in something that they know it's a valuable investment. And this is something that Secret Bay offers to its clients now in the Caribbean.
And just for information to our audience also, what are the expected returns?
So Secret Bay, as I just mentioned, and I also have mentioned this in the presentation, have been operating since 2011. So we have a proven track record. So when we are talking about occupancy rates, it's around 70% on average every year. And the average daily rates go around $1,000 per night for the villa. In the last quarter of 2019, our investors got 3% net returns. And also for the first quarter of 2020, they got 3.02 net returns. So investors who are willing to invest in Secret Bay, they can expect net return of 3% per annum. And we can definitely provide data and figures of that this number is real and they've been achieved already in the last year.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. We are, as Nigerians, Africans, we tend to want to know the numbers, which is why I asked that question. And on the topic of numbers, Ambassador, we have a pressing problem within West African region, Central Africa, which is currency devaluation. Has that impacted the number of applications you've seen so far from the inside?
Well, we know that of course, periodically you have very large movements in the valuation of currencies in Africa, whether it's Nigeria, whether it's the CD in Ghana, etc. That continues to be a problem for investors who wanted to invest but otherwise had the devaluation. Having said that, though, I think over the last few months we have had more and more Nigerians and Africans in general knowing of our program in Dominica. So we have seen an increase in application from the African continent, including Nigeria. So that for us is good. In fact, I have seen a number of Nigerians, in fact, even visiting Dominica. Some of the citizens are here in Dominica today as we speak. I know some of them are actually on their way to Dominica because they are applying and they are aware of the solid situation in Dominica in terms of COVID management. And some of them are coming to Dominica to spend the time here and work out of Dominica. So I have met a few of them myself, and that I think is quite encouraging. That is very good. And by and large, the interest in our program is becoming better known in Nigeria as well as the rest of Africa. We've had a program for the last 28 years. We have been ranked by the Financial Times for 3 consecutive years as the best program in the world because of our price, because of our due diligence, because of our processing, because of the value of our passport in terms of movement around the globe. We increased from 119 countries to over 140 countries, and that's expanding our number of consulates and embassies around the world to meet our citizens' needs. We are members of the Commonwealth and have access to Commonwealth services from the British embassies globally. So really and truly, Dominica offers a unique opportunity to Nigerians where they could invest in a country that is very solid. Our currency has been pegged to the US dollar for almost 50 years now. $1 is 2.67 Eastern Caribbean dollars, and we have been pegged all the while. We have been very solid in terms of the value of our currency. Our investments are good. The statistics in Dominica has been very, very impressive over the years. We have led Latin America and the Caribbean, and in some instances the world, in terms of our economic growth over the last 3 years. 9%, 8%, the best percentage in value increase you have had anywhere in the world. So that's who we are as Dominicans. The Economist last week ran an article on the game changer for our CBI program in Dominica, and again, showing how the program has helped change and transform and develop Dominica very well. So really and truly, our African brothers and sisters who are knowing about us now are becoming more and more interested. And as one person is successful, he's telling his friends and his families, and then they too are coming to invest in Dominica. So we have seen over the years the tremendous investments coming out of China, out of Hong Kong, coming out of Dubai and the Middle East in general. We are seeing more and more people coming in from Africa, even from Europe and the US. We have seen a number of citizens coming in from US, from places like Spain and France, becoming citizens of Dominica as well. You know, so our brothers and sisters in Nigeria are beginning to understand the process, understand what is on offer, and they're taking advantage of that. And we welcome them with open arms. We're very pleased to have you with us.
I'm glad you mentioned the process. A lot of our clients would love to hear what's an overview on the due diligence process. Could you please expatiate on?
Dominica has been ranked as the #1 program in the world by the Financial Times of London. Great magazine, we all know the Financial Times. One of the main reasons for we being so successful is because of our due diligence. We won't accept applicants directly. Our first line of due diligence are our agents. We work with agents who we know, who we trust. The agents in terms should know the client. So they must know the client and give us testimonies on the clients. They must do a world check on the clients and submit them to us. Once we get those, that's our first line of diligence. We get the information, we send it out to our security partners who would verify against international partners to see that these are not people who are wanted for financial or terrorism thing anywhere in the world. So that's cleared out. Our staff would go through the forms and ensure that the information that they are trained in anti-money laundering, terrorism, and other things there. So compliance. So we would go through and ensure that the documents that are submitted are accurate. But then we also send out all the information to our due diligence firms. And we use 4 of the best firms in the world who do the due diligence for the top banks and financial institutions globally. And they would check on the clients for us. They would not just check, but they would do a boots on the ground and enhanced due diligence for us and send that to us. We would go through those reports, ensure that they're okay, that they're fine, and then we would approve or decline. If there are questions we don't understand, we'll call you in for interview. It could be in person, it could be via Skype, but we'll get further information and check through, send it back to our auditors to confirm, and then we move forward. So in other words, we are good, we're excellent in terms of price, we are excellent in terms of due diligence, we're excellent in terms of processing the time it takes us to approve our clients. That's why we are who we are. And we're excellent because we listen to our agents who advise us, people like yourselves, who advise us on the changes we can make to provide services for our clients that are better, that would improve their lives, improve the lives of the families and help them grow their companies. And that's why we're the best in the world.
A very elaborate answer, Ambassador. Thank you very much. Youssef, could you tell us what are the perks of buying a share in Skerrit Bay? What do they, apart from, of course, annual returns that they would be getting, what else? We Africans like extras. What are the extras?
So, mentioned apart from returns and the passport that give you global mobility. So Skerrit Bay offer 1 week per annum for investors to spend on Skerrit Bay, to spend in a luxury 5-star hotel in the Caribbean, and one of the best luxurious hotels in the Caribbean. So they can spend 1 week per annum rotating between low seasons and high seasons. And we definitely would welcome all investors to spend this week in Skerrit Bay, because we want them to come to Dominica and we want them to come to Skerrit Bay and see their investment themselves. But we, on the other side, we definitely understand that some people don't like long travel flights or long flights. So Skerrit Bay is in partnership with a global exchange program called Third Home. Third Home have 11,000 villas in 90 countries, where the investor can exchange his week in Skerrit Bay and spend another week in a different country or a different city. So if an investor wants to go tomorrow to, let's say, to Greece or to Italy or somewhere else, he can easily log in into the website and see the private villas in this region or in this city, and he can exchange his week in Skerrit Bay and go spend another week in one of these private villas. And we believe it's a perk that will be used a lot by different investors from all over the world. However, we still insist and that we prefer them to come to Skerrit Bay.
Yes, the Caribbean is becoming an increasingly popular destination for Africans, Nigerians especially. Ambassador, what kind of advantage in terms of comparison to other programs that we have around the world? What advantage does the Dominican Citizenship and Investments program have, in comparison to others?
In Dominica, we invite to invest in our country, in our program, be it directly through government, through direct government shares, where the funds are utilized for national development, whether be it roads, schools, hospitals, health centers, housing, etc. Or you could invest in a private investment that is yours, like Skerrit Bay or any of the other 7 properties we have that are pre-approved real estate program. Normally, these are high-end tourism products, like Skerrit Bay, very, very high-end. We have places like Tranquility Beach, Hilton, Marriott, Kempinski, etc., Jungle Bay. But today we're promoting Skerrit Bay Resort here. And the advantages of investing in Dominica. In Dominica, we have been in existence with this program for the last 28 years. Investors know people who have been citizens of Dominica for many, many years. Just this week, I had in my office a young man, a businessman coming out of Hong Kong. And he has been living in Dominica for the last so many years. But really and truly, he has been a citizen from the time he was a baby. And he's now in his 30s. So from the time he was a young boy, really, he's now in his 30s. He became a child with his citizen through his parents many years ago. And he chose to come back and live in Dominica and reside in Dominica and doing business here in Dominica. Although his family has a very successful business in Hong Kong and on mainland China. So investors know that this program really works. It has been around for a long while. It has a reputation that is solid. When you invest in Dominica's program, our citizens and investors know that we continue to expand the number of visas that access that we provide for them. I mentioned earlier we are 119, today we are 140, and we're increasing. We have just finalized with China. We have added Russia, Azerbaijan, Brazil over the last year and a half, thereabout. We're trying to finalize with another 5 countries in the world. So our investors know that the strength of the Dominican passport is excellent. Our investors know as well that this program is becoming recognized more and more because of our due diligence, our solid due diligence. We are providing more and more embassies and consular services for our citizens around the world. We know where they are. We want to reach out to our citizens, no matter how you become a citizen, whether you're born Dominican or you became a citizen through the program. So we have expanded services out in Abu Dhabi. We are providing consular services soon in Lebanon. We will be adding, when you're the Prime Minister, in South Africa, in Lagos, and in Nigeria. We'll be expanding consular services in those areas for our citizens. When you invest in Dominica, your approval comes in quick time, generally within 3 months. So our processing time is excellent. The investment threshold is at a level that is affordable. We do not tamper with that, and we do not bring it down in any way, because we look at our program as a high value product, really. So we're not going to tamper and diminish our product in any way. We're going to provide services for you and for your families, for your companies. That's who we are. That's what we are about. So we continue to improve. We continue to get reviews globally. Just last week, I mentioned earlier on that The Economist ran an article on the significance of the program. It's been a game changer for many people and for the Dominican country and our economy here in Dominica. So our cost factor, our due diligence, our processing, the expansion of our visa-free access, and those are only possible because they know of our due diligence process. These are the main factors that affects our clients. We understand that our investors who invest in our program and become citizens do it because of the high value that they place on being a Dominican citizen, and the services that we offer to our citizenship, and be it through consular services, etc. So they know that when they invest in Dominica, we listen to them and we are there to meet them and to work with them. So these would be among the best factors that we use in Dominica for our CBA program.
I completely agree with you, and we really do not want to take your time. We really appreciate the time you've had with us, Ambassador Emmanuel Nanthan. But final thoughts, what type of message would you be looking to pass on to the Africans in Africa, to the Nigerians markets, to the African market, in terms of interest in the Dominican Citizenship and Investment Program?
I would say that we're living through, we have the COVID situation. We need to ensure that we stay safe, that we stay at home. The disease cannot move itself, so we should not try to move it, so we could get over that tough time that we're going through. And really and truly, the family support is crucial. So as we look towards providing you with opportunities and services, we want to ask you really and truly to take care of the families. In Dominica program, we give you the opportunity to apply for our citizenship and to extend that citizenship to the close members of your families. You are the main applicant. You could add your children, you could add your spouse, you could add your parents and grandparents, you could add your siblings once they're under 25. It's important that we, as a people, take the opportunity that we have now with the downtime of COVID to look in the mirror and try to be better people. Try to strengthen our families, try to strengthen our country, try to strengthen our relationships, because those are who we are and what we have. And for us, it's going to be very, very important that we really and truly take care of ourselves, keep ourselves safe, keep our families safe. In Dominica, you have an opportunity also to invest in safe investments like the Skerrit Bay. World-class, world-renowned, 5-star, without excellence. You are given an opportunity to just make a normal investment that is in a world-class product that is Skerrit Bay. And by so doing, you will get the benefit of being a citizen of Dominica, not just for yourself, but for your family, for your spouse, for your parents, for your children, for your younger brothers and sisters. That's who we are, that's what we're offering. Once you are a citizen of Dominica, any child you have after your citizen becomes Dominican. So you're making an investment in a world-class, high-end, 5-star resort par excellence, and then you pass on securities to your children, your children, children, your children, children, children. In other words, your investments bring you many, many benefits. You want to pick up your passport tomorrow and fly to China, very soon that will be possible. You can already fly to Russia, you could fly to many places around the world, 140, and very soon we're moving towards 150 countries around the world. So it's an investment that takes care of you and takes care of your family. Your family at the end are the ones who are there for you all the time. And that's what we are offering to protect and take care of. We thank you for listening to us. We thank you for being with us. We thank you for considering Dominica, and we wish you well. We wish your family well. May God bless you and live with you always. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. Over to you, Youssef. We're very pressed for time. I appreciate the time you guys have had with us. But let's know what your final message would be to potential African investors.
First, I would like to thank RIF Trust and Latitude again for the opportunity, and it was a pleasure to have you all here and discuss this investment opportunity. Second message is I'd like to say to everyone to take care and stay safe. And once the situation is back again to normal, we would love to see you all in Dominica. It's a COVID country, is a COVID-free country now, and the government did really well and reacted really well to the situation once the COVID was a pandemic back in March. Also, we would love to see our brothers and sisters from Nigeria in Skerrit Bay to see the facilities and enjoy the scenery and the views of the Caribbean Sea, and to have their own private villa with their own private swimming pools and dedicated stuff, and enjoy few nights in the nature of Dominica. So we're looking forward to see everyone there soon. And as we mentioned before, it's a solid investment that you will put your money in, and it will keep your. It's a valid investment and valuable asset that you can invest in the Caribbean. So hopefully we can see you there soon, inshallah. And thank you again.
Thank you very much, Youssef. I really appreciate your time. Thank you, Ambassador Nanthan. Hopefully we'll get to see you very soon, either in Dominica or in Dubai or in Lagos very soon. We are very, very pressed for time. I apologize for not being able to handle every single question. If we did, it would take all the time. But yeah, you guys can email me, give me a call, and I can pass whatever questions you have to Ambassador Nanthan or Mr. Youssef. And yeah, we'll be in Nigeria very soon. We'll be in Ghana very soon. We'll be in South Africa very soon to attend to you personally. We really appreciate your time. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Use your hand sanitizers. And yeah, we will see you very, very, very soon. Have a pleasant evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you.